Yes, that's right. And I think it's that I really love that story because it just goes to show that there is no amount of work, of money, of status, of fame that is worth giving up your standards. Period. I don't care what you offer me because it will never compare to my worth ever. I mean, I've gained a relationship so strong with the Lord that I know who I am. And I don't care what you say, what you tell me, what you offer me. If you go against who I am, you don't respect who I am either. So why should I respect your decision to do that? You know what I mean? So it's so interesting because growing up, especially during my American Idol journey, and still to this day, I get many offers from labels all the time. And I remember there was one negotiation that I was brought into as a 16-year-old, and I sat at this table with like all these executives, and they put this contract before me, and they were talking to my parents and everything, and they had this wad of cash, and they're like, it was like I want to say like $10,000 around there. But like, if you sign this contract, we'll give you $10,000 up front, and you this is like $1 million contract. And I just remember looking at these people, like negotiating my life. And in that moment, I was thinking, I'm like, hey, yeah, you may make me like a really good singer, but you're not going to make me a good person. And that was my mindset in that moment. And I'm like, you're going to offer me this money in order to sell my soul. But in that moment, like I stood my ground because in that same thing, I was like, there is nothing and there are no excuses to compromise your standards. I don't care if I was on national TV. I don't care if I was in front of millions. I don't care if I was on a global stage. There is no excuse to compromise my standards because once I give that up, I give up who I am. And if I give up who I am, I'm willing to give up everything I am. So, yeah, it's just crazy because I live in an industry of acting and modeling and singing where they're constantly testing my limits. But I'm going to tell you right now, I love it because it helps me to be a stronger person.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it helps other people to remember. Like, I can't even tell you that story of when they're like, yeah, go ahead, wear what you want. I think that was the first time that director actually saw a young lady stand her ground in something, and it actually really impressed him. He was like, "Oh my gosh,
Mm.
I've never seen a young girl like you be so bold in what she believes." And yeah, I was. And then I ended up getting to do like this modeling shoot, and I've done so many after that where I will never compromise my standards or, I'll never dress immodest. I'll never swear. I'll never speak vulgar. I'll never use profanity. I will never do any of that stuff. And it just really impressed him. So standards will always give you the best advantage in everything. It never takes away opportunities. It only adds the right ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how you stood your ground. I think a lot of your resiliency comes up from your upbringing. I think you experienced so much turmoil, and obviously you talked quite a bit in like within the show and within today's recording, but there's so much beneath it all that's so there's so many other layers behind it all. And I think your resiliency is truly and it's truly remarkable. It's extraordinary.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, there are a lot of depths to someone's resilience. And resilience doesn't just come in one day, right? It comes with character growth and development. And you have to experience a lot of things to know it. And I mean, I've been on global stages, I've been in front of celebrities, I've been offered all this money and, all this fame. But in the end of it, like nothing is worth anything if you are not able to be who you are. And that's not who I am. I'm not going to use myself as an object. I'm going to use my soul. That's what I need to use. My spirit is my currency. If I can bring light, that's all I care about. If I can change the world and make it a better place, that's what matters. And I think a big part of that upbringing is not only my relationship I've gained with the Lord and how close we are, like him and I are like this tight. Like if I make a decision, I'm like, yo, is this okay? Like, are we good? He's literally my best friend. Anything I have, I'll go to him first. Big decisions, small ones, even ones that I'm so sure about. I always have to check with the Lord first because I live to impress the creator, not the created, right?
Yeah.
And so I really love it. And another big part of that growing resilience is my parents. My dad is one of the greatest examples of resilience for me. He actually was the one that instilled in me to be modest. It, my mom, I love her. She has such a sweet heart, but my dad, a father in a girl's life is so important because of one thing. My dad has protected my virtue. People don't realize what the real job of a man of God is. It's to protect a woman's virtue. So, hence the reason that we need to bring modesty back. Because if a man of God truly loves you, he's going to tell you to protect things that are sacred, right? And so, my father has raised us that way. He has protected me and my five other sisters' virtues anywhere and everywhere. And so when I go on social media and I share that with other girls, I feel like I'm like their mother or in a way like a father figure to them. Because I'm like, don't give up your virtue. I mean, we read in the Bible like a woman's virtue is it's priceless. It's above rubies. And it's like if the Lord said that himself, if God said that himself, why would you be giving it up so easily, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I love how you said you live to impress the creator, not the created. That was like so that was a profound statement, profound
Thank you.